I Am Invincible success story is one that's often quoted about a beautifully bred, non-Group 1 winning stallion who can make it to the top and shape the thoroughbred breed. But as you'll hear from Yarraman Park Studs Arthur Mitchell, there was always something very special about their Vinny. Arthur, it's quite incredible, isn't it? I Am Invincible, now a three-time champion Australian sire. He's done incredible things for the Mitchell family, for so many people who've worked with him and who've worked for you and through racing stables and all across the land. People have been influenced by this great horse.
I think it's been an amazing story, really, considering where he started, and obviously we had the faith to stand him, but he's really turned into a very, very dominant high-class stallion. So it's been a pretty amazing story.
When you look at him today, I mean, he's looking magnificent. I mean, he's turning 20 this year. You wouldn't think it looking at him. What do you think it is that's, you know, been such a secret to his success as far as the longevity that he's had as a stallion?
Well, he's a very kind, laid-back horse. He's very easy to look after. He barely has a vice, so he's been a very easy horse to sort of manage in that respect. So he's calm and sensible. So we've never shuttled him, so we never sent him overseas. So he's really been here all his, ever since he retired. So he's never been put under any sort of pressure. But he doesn't look like he's 19. He looks more like he's 14. So he's looking great going into the season. The sire line, Invincible Spirit, his sire, of course, has been such an influence. He's had wonderful fillies such as Fleeting Spirit. He's had horses such as Kingman. He's had Moonlight Cloud, the filly that nearly brought Black Caviar undone at Royal Ascot. Yosei. It's Danzig blood, but it's kind of a different branch to Danehill, obviously. It's funny that we sort of, because we follow the European racing a bit, we'd noticed that Invincible Spirit had started to get a few sons, as in Lawman, and we just thought it was a sire line worth giving a chance to. Again, it is the Danzig line, which has been so good here. That was still in the back of our mind that could work here, and that's one of the reasons we bought him. Or bought half of him. And the dam side is so fascinating. Of course, the female line, I just love this, the Canny Lad mare Canarelle. We know, of course, the influence of Canny Lad, but the family Ray Gould developed Mamselle Padrille, Olonro, so many others, Madame, Milady Padrille in the family. That's an incredible part of his history too, isn't it? The Gaulls have done a wonderful job with that family, and I must say, they've been wonderful partners in the stallion. I don't think I've ever had never even looked like having a crossword with them. They've been great people to work with. They love the horse as much as we do. And they've developed a very good family, and it's all praise to them. And I do think the Canny Lad bit is still we're running out of Star Kingdom. So it's nice to have the Star Kingdom in there. And I mean, it's getting harder to find. So I think that might be an influence as well.
I Am Invincible in front, Augusta Proud within two. When
you look at the track, the early days, of course, as a racehorse, winning the DC Mackay Stakes, he pushed Takeover Target in his prime as well. He was one of the world's best sprinters too. But again, he's become representative of every stallion manager's dream or stallion master's dream that you don't have to win a Group 1 to be a champion stallion. It's a big part of his whole story, isn't it?
I suppose it is. I think he had sort of issues with his feet. So I think he was probably a better horse than people saw. But having said that's absolutely right. He wasn't a Group 1 winner. I mean, he was close, but he wasn't one. So it's an interesting sort of fact.
Brazen Bow, the leader from Delectation and Kuro.
His early days as a stallion, with Brazen Bow, with the Coolmore win, the Newmarket, Vidora. Obviously those early successes were, let's face it, from a fairly low base as far as the mares that he was getting. It's quite extraordinary what he did right from the outset as a stallion. We knew from his first lot of foals that they were good-looking foals, and so did other people. So, we knew we had a pretty good chance type-wise. Obviously, we didn't know if they could run. The first big sort of plus we got was winning the Coolmore with Brazen Bow, because, we weren't really thinking he was going to win, and we went, wow, this is now getting a bit serious, that we might have a proper stallion. And sure enough, he's gone on from there.
It's Imperatrice, she digs in.
These days, obviously, Imperatrice in Secret, who's just recently retired, Loving Gabby, Home Affairs, another Coolmore winner, New Zealand Group 1 winning 2-year-old colt moved to Strike. And the interesting thing is, A lot of those horses have improved as they've aged as racehorses.
No doubt they train on. I mean, the horse that we own a bit of, you know, King of Sparta has been proof of that. And I think his sons, I mean, some of them off a very low base, Overshare, Kobayashi, Brazen Bow. I think, you know, I think he's a pretty decent stallion. Obviously with Home Affairs coming along, we've got a few foals here, a few weanlings here. They're good types. You know, I think he's going to be a huge chance at stud. So he's looking like a pretty good sire of sires at this stage.
At $3 million, how was the phone? I sell inside, I'll take you one.
And the other big factor, of course, you know, for a commercial stallion farm is the sales results. So much investment still continuing in this stallion, isn't there?
I think he's already making his mark as a broodmare sire too. Obviously, as four is out of a Vinny mare. And they're good looking, they've got good temperaments. The fillies are good. I mean, we've seen the way the fillies sell off the track, they all sell well. I think he's going to be a very, very good broodmare sire down the line, and he's already started to prove that.
And what does he mean to the Mitchell family? I mean, you've obviously had good stallions over the years, but he's taken this whole operation to another whole level. I mean, I guess there's a lot of emotion invested in this horse for the entire family.
It's easy to say, but I think this horse has sort of changed the dynamics of the family a bit. I mean, he's obviously brings in a good income. You know, he's just a horse you dream about, that nearly impossible to get one. I mean, he's been one of them. And to think that a stallion who's actually commonly known by his nickname of Vinny is, you don't even have to say I'm invincible. People call him Vinny and we know who it is. So, no, it's been a great thrill to all our family and the Gall family. And I mean, we know how lucky we were. You know, we sure enough we bought him, but we know we're very lucky as well. And we're very, you know, we're very grateful to this wonderful stallion.